You know what's really funny? When people tell you when you're doing videos, you just have to be your authentic self. And it's so funny and not funny at the same time. Because as I do this video, you see my eyes darting all around the place. And that's because I'm visual, which means that I'm easily distracted by moving things. So there are lots of movement. One, the rain is falling. And so you can hear the drops hitting on the car, which is why some of my other videos have noise in the background. Maybe I'll put some, I haven't posted them yet, but maybe I'll put some music to mask that, or I'll just let you know that the rain falls. And I don't know if that's authenticity, but it feels like it to me. So I remember when I was learning and hearing about how to do videos online, they tell you have to keep looking into the camera and focusing the camera so that you can make eye contact with you, you know? And I agree with that. And that's what I'm doing right now. But when I start to think or I'm trying to call a word up, my eyes are going to move either either right when I'm creating something or left when I'm remembering something. That's a neurolinguistic programming tip. But I also recognize that that's how I talk. And if I feel that I have to be staring into the camera, this little hole all the time, I don't mind looking at you, but staring there all the time, I'm going to feel more pressure to, more pressure and more constrained. I'm going to feel more performative, and that's not me. And I think I see the absolute value in authenticity. It's a shame that we live in a world where somebody has to tell you as a amazing, valuable piece of advice that be authentic, you know. And you know how many people pay for that? And people, of course, need support with it. But I just feel that it's such a shame that that's where we are in society. I get it, because one of the reasons why I do the work that I do and I started my business, the business I started, is because I felt that I was not living true to myself. I worked in the financial institution, in the financial industry, and nothing, didn't have any problem with the industry. But what I found is where I was working and what I was doing was not me. The environment wasn't supportive of my personality, the dreams that I had for myself, the way I wanted to move in the world, the person I wanted to be, the way I had to dress, the deference that I had to give to people just because they had a different title that was assigned a layer or rank over me. And I'm all about respect. I always felt that it was enough for my parents to raise me well. I had good manners. I had respect for authority. But what made me uncomfortable is that people wanted things to be done just so. And I had to paint within the lines. And I felt that the creativity, the juiciness, was when you pierce some of those lines. But bureaucratic structures don't have that flexibility. They don't have the flexibility to accommodate the fluid nature of my being and my expression. And I've tried corporate a couple times, and it worked sometimes, but other times it didn't for all sorts of reasons. And I kept coming back to this space. I can't be me here. I can't be me here. I don't think we were designed to be anybody else but ourselves. And if you are now in a situation where you're a round peg, a square peg, and you're trying to fit into a round hole, then maybe you and I need to have a talk. Because I've been there, and I knew that it didn't fit. I didn't fit. I knew that the round hole couldn't hold me, because the round hole was going to stay whole, was going to stay round, and me, a little square peg, was going to stay square. Yeah, I shaved off some of my edges, but then it hurt so much. I don't want that for you. I don't want you to lose yourself. I lost myself. And you're hearing me say I, because it is only you. It is only me. There are going to be people who want the skin off of you. Their pound of flesh out of you. They're going to milk you and squeeze you. They're going to tell you their expectations. They're not going to support you, but they're going to have expectations either way, anyways. They're going to be jealous of you. They're going to say things to put you down, get into your head, mess with your head. They're not even going to know that that's what they're doing, because they're coming from a space of insecurity, even though they may have titles. Some people may not like you just because you just showed up. You just got up a morning and showed up. And they may not like you for that. But you've got to shine. The moment you start dimming your light, let that be a signal. Be an observer of yourself. Let that be a signal to you that something ain't quite right here. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to brush up and leave. Doesn't mean that. But it means that you're shaving off a little bit of who you are. And you cannot be that. You were meant to be here, to be you for a reason. If not, if you were supposed to be somebody else, there was no need for you. So do not try to shape form into what anybody wants you to be. And don't mind what they say. Don't mind how they feel about what decisions you're making for yourself, especially when the decision is to get into a space where you recognize who you are and decide to express that. Don't ever apologize. Don't ever apologize. You gotta be you. It hurts sometimes to be you, but you're being you. It is far more painful for you trying to be somebody else. So don't mind what they say. Don't mind the criticism. Don't mind what they think about you. They'll think some of the worst things about you. Don't mind, and don't even apologize, and don't feel bad for how small you made yourself just when you were uncomfortable because you didn't feel that it was necessary to speak up. Sometimes it's not that you can't speak up. Sometimes it isn't because you won't speak up. Sometimes it's not because it's simply because it doesn't make sense to speak up, because you know deep down inside who you are. So when you're seeing yourself so removed from your light that you start to dim and create shadows around you, just see it as information. Don't get all caught up and emotional about it. Don't worry about how people perceive you. I've been there. I'm not talking stuff over my head. I'm talking it off my head, but I'm talking from my heart. So that's my message for you. If this resonates with you today, just keep looking out for my videos. Subscribe. Touch the notification bell. And check out some links below, because I'm going to be sharing with you how to be that fearless woman that you were born being. Not born to be. That's how you were born. Fearless. If you want to learn more and join the Fearless Tribe, just check the links below and see if there's something down there for you. See you for now. Be fearless, woman.